Another Monday morning. Well, let me clarify that a bit. Back in the day, if I made that statement, it probably would have been filled with a little disappointment, tickled with bemoaning the end of a beautiful weekend and the beginning of a 5-day work week. If this were within the past 20 years, it would have been peppered with which classes, which elementary school kids, which students would I be seeing and have to entertain on this day? Actually, for the entire week. If it were 25 years ago, Monday would have been an early rise and looking for my next freelance job. But alas, it's 2023 and I am happily retired or semi-retired, or maybe it's called something else because I have loads of projects to catch up with. And shortly I'll be back at PS 346 teaching a STEM / media arts / drone program. But today is Monday, another day of endless opportunities, another day that wasn't promised, but it arrived nonetheless. And yours truly will be eternally grateful. So yesterday I was surfing the web, checking out YouTube and trying to squeeze in a bit of business along the way. I got sidetracked early on because of a masterclass segment with Nancy Silverton, a famous chef who actually was talking about the perfect grilled cheese sandwich. I love grilled cheese sandwiches. So I tuned in, listened, was enthusiastic about trying it out. So I hustled over to the food co-op, not far from me, picked up the sourdough bread and cheeses, and let me say, that was the best grilled cheese sandwich I ever had. And the next one will be even better. But that's not the point of this conversation. I was listening to an interview with Jake Frew. He's a content creator on YouTube. His claim to fame is shooting solo videos. I got a hint of doing the solo thing a while back, but it never went very far. I wasn't really focused. I was just trying out technique and going through the motions. After the interview, I got wound up in a different way. Put the camera on a tripod, frame your shot, and walk into or out of the frame. Today was a brief test of that. Of course, once I returned home, I thought of loads of other ideas that I could have, should have, would have used if I just hadn't been so eager to rush out of the house. Jake uses a digital camera. I used my Mavic Air drone. Setting up a camera would have taken me forever, and this was only a test, which I wanted to wrap up as soon as possible. At 6:30 in the morning, the streets are pretty bare around here. Thus, I had less distractions and less chance of having to avoid being around pedestrians. I was able to film from house to park in a fluid and very sequential manner. The people who did notice me on the street glanced up and then went on their merry way. No fuss, no mess, no questions, no interruptions. I can see why using a DSL camera has its advantages, but I think for my purposes, using the drone in combination with the Prism app for ambient sound worked just fine. If I have time between now and Friday, I think I just might go out and try another test and add in the angles and the framing that I didn't use today. But all in all, today was a great day.